What you know about rolling down in the deep?
Hey, what's going on guys, Dignal here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make the effect that you have just seen on screen. Today's going to be a bit of a different tutorial, and I haven't seen anyone else try to do this, but I'm going to be showing you guys how to do it on every single sort of editing software. So to start off, I'm going to show you how to do it in Vegas Pro, then I'm going to move on to After Effects, and lastly I'm going to show you how to do it in Premiere Pro. The video will be segmented, so if you go down to the little bar, you can see where the tutorial will start for your software. But if you do enjoy, the effect, this idea, and you want me to keep going, make sure to like down below, and as well as subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the tutorials. All right, so the first tutorial is going to be on Vegas Pro. So what I've got right here is just my my song and my clip right here. All the assets that you will need are in the description, so you can go ahead and download that zip file. First of all, you're gonna need Twixtor, so let's go into our video effects tab and search for Twixtor. Drag Twixtor Pro onto our track. You can go ahead and copy my settings if you want to. I find that these are pretty good, and that should be set to nearest. There we go, and that is what you'll need. So just go ahead and drag that onto our track, and you're gonna want to go I'm assuming you're doing this with a sniper clip, so just go to where they shoot roughly, and just when they stop zooming out, because this zoom thing looks really weird when you Twixtor it, so just go to where the zooming stopped, which will be sort of there for us. Just make a keyframe there, and just go to where the shot hits, which you can see the blue thing right there. So just go there, and once you're there, just set it to 10. So it'll sort of slow down in this time, and you're gonna want to wait roughly, I'd say 45 frames here. So we're gonna go here, I'd say. Just make a keyframe here, and then go 5 frames forward. So we go here 5 frames forward, and then we just drag the speed up until we can see the impact happen in the distance. I'm just going to set this to 400 for convenience sake. Go 2 frames forward, 1, 2, and set it to 50. Now once you've done that, the Twixtor should be good to go. You can look through it, I won't. And now you're going to go ahead and search for Blur Mo Curves. Just go ahead and apply just that. You just want both of these to be on reflect, and now you're just going to go to the first keyframe you have, and you're going to keyframe Z distance and rotation, and do that. Now you're going to want to go to the middle of this dead space right here, 2/3 in. You're going to set the Z distance to 0.85, and set the rotate to -7 or +5. It doesn't, just set it to what you think looks good. I'm gonna set it to +6, and you're gonna set both of these to a fast fade, and you're gonna want to go to where the impact hits right here, and you're gonna want to reset these both to normal, and now you're gonna want to set these to slow fades. So once you've done that, it should have a good zoom in effect, just like that. And now what you're gonna want to do is actually render these. All right. So just go ahead and click on solo on that. Just make a new audio track, click solo on that, so that you're only rendering the video. Just go ahead and drag it over like that, and you can go ahead and click file, render as, and then just render it as a 1080p. I'm gonna render it as Sniper 1, and it'll render just like that. I'm not entirely sure if I'll trim this part out yet. I might, but yeah, I'm gonna see you guys when this is rendered and when I can import it. Alright, I have imported the rendered clip. It should fit perfectly like this. What I like to do is I like to just drag this front track to the bottom. Don't delete it quite yet, because you won't know if it looks good yet. But as you can see, we have this new track, and it has the slow-mo sort of fade like that, and everything should be great. Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and import the things that are in the description. So first of all, we have our glitch overlay, just like that. We're going to go to where our impact is, which should be right here. We're going to mark that. We're going to set that like that. We're going to go ahead and you can see where the audio sort of is. If we just go ahead and drag that up, we're gonna want to go ahead and just split it where the black ends. We're gonna delete the auto track, and we're gonna hold Control out until sort of here. So just like that. Now we're gonna want to fade this in like that. We're gonna go to our transitions, and we're gonna search for Luma Dissolve or Dissolve Luma. Just go ahead and drag that onto the fade, and it should look like that. Now what we're gonna want to do is just make a new video track and hold Control on the main track and drag it up. Now we're gonna split it like right here and delete this first part and delete the second part here as well. We are also going to want to drag this in using Luma Dissolve, so just go ahead and fade it in and apply that. Now if you can see that we sort of get that cool little glitch thing that you might have seen in the preview. But obviously we're not done yet, so what we're going to do is just go into our video effects tab and search for Magic Bullet Looks, and just go ahead and apply any one of your presets. I will not link you guys a preset because, you know, I don't want to get like, I don't know, I don't want to give too much stuff away for free. So just go ahead and drag default on. I'm just going to go ahead and apply a random one, probably that one. And if you do it correctly, it should look like that. Now, obviously, you can apply some like shake or whatever, and you will obviously also want to apply an impact. My impact will be in my edit pack that I will be updating / releasing in a couple days. So I will not be linking it in today's video. However, I'm going to be showing you what it'll look like with it. So I'm just going to go 3 frames back, and I'm going to apply the best tilt impact right here. If I go and pre-render this, I can actually play it for you guys. Okay, let's see if this works. So we can just go ahead and drag that back, and right here. Okay, I obviously missed the audio and sound effects. So just go ahead and split your soundtrack, drag that in, and just go ahead and do roughly what you'll do with the song. And obviously for the song pause, just go ahead and split it like 3 frames before the beat. So like that. Go ahead and put that there. Fade that out. Like that, and it'll sound like this. Like that. Now I need to find the sound effect that I used. It'll be right here, bass drop 2. Just go ahead and reverse this and split like sort of where it is, you know, where the actual thing starts. Do that, just sort of drag it out and just sort of fade it in until like halfway, and it'll sound like this. Just like that. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna move on to the After Effects tutorial, but if you don't want that, then well, I'll see you guys some other time. And yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the tutorial. Peace. Alright guys, welcome to the After Effects part of this video. Obviously, as you guys know, I am mainly a Vegas tutorial. However, I do know how to use both After Effects and Premiere. So if I don't do something, you know, if I fuck something up or whatever, just don't, just remember that I am sort of new to the software. But I do know how to, you know, navigate around my, whatever. Just make a new composition, just copy these settings, doesn't really matter. Okay, just fit that. I'm gonna go ahead and drag in my clip right here from my second monitor. Excuse me if this takes just a second, it'll be right here. I'm gonna go ahead and drag that onto the track. Just zoom in a bit. Just go to roughly, you know, you'll probably have your clip trimmed or whatever, but I'm gonna go ahead and sort of split it right there and drag that in. So I think I should have done this before the tutorial started, but it's fine. Now that we are here, what we're gonna want to do is just go to our Effects and Presets tab and search for Twixtor. This is a plugin, you'll need it, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and drag it onto the actual thing and not into an adjustment layer. Obviously, I'm not a pro, so I don't know 100% what I'm doing, but this is how I'm doing it. So, yeah. Just go ahead and drag that on. Make sure that the frame rates match. So 59.94. And just go ahead and go to roughly where the character shoots it. So obviously this sort of zoom out looks a bit weird with Twixtor, so I like to just start it like right here when the zoom out's almost over. So just go ahead and keyframe speed right there. Go to where the shot hits. You can see it in the distance right here. It'll turn blue. Set it to 10. I'm gonna go ahead and drag that out. and it'll obviously just sort of stay like that for a while. Just slow down. I'm gonna go to like here. I'm gonna add a keyframe. So just do that. I'm gonna drag it back a bit actually. I'm gonna go 5 frames forward. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna drag this up until the impact. So it'll be like 300 for me, which should be fine. And then just go 2 frames forward and set it to 50. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and go to your Effects and Presets tab and search for Blur Mo Curves. Just like that, just drag that on there. I'm going to drag it onto the clip as well, because I don't know really what adjustment layers are for. I'm not going to lie to you. And I just go up to this first keyframe right here, and keyframe Z distance and rotation. Now you're going to want to go to like sort of the middle, like 2/3 in this gap, and just set the Z distance to 0.85 and the rotate to -5 or +5 depending on which rotation you want. Now you're gonna want to go ahead and just ease these. So just go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these two. We're gonna ease those in, and we're gonna ease these out. Because we are going to go to our impact, which will be right here. I'm gonna reset both of these. So the Z distance will be 1 and the rotate will be 0. Make sure to set the both warp X and warp Y to reflect so that no weird stuff happens. And if you do this correctly, it'll sort of be like that, which will be good. The sound effects will be messed up, of course, but if you use After Effects, I'm assuming you know how to fix the sound effects. But speaking of sound effects, I'm going to show you guys what to do with the actual sound effect that is in the description. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this in. Right here, let's go ahead and drag that down. I'm going to open the waveform, and we're going to go ahead and reverse this. So we go to it, we go time, and we do time reverse layer, and it'll actually, you know, sort of build up like that. Go to our impact, and we just set that like right there, I guess, and we can just sort of do that. And we obviously want to fade in our sound effect, so just go ahead and set your levels to -15. Keyframe it, go like halfway through and set it to 0, and it'll sort of build up like that. Now what we're going to want to do is just apply our glitch overlay. So I'm going to drag this in as well, and it'll sort of go in right here. Now obviously the glitch layer will be a bit short for our clip, because it is only like 10, I don't know how many frames it is, it's like half a second. So what you're going to want to do is just right click it, click on time, and click on time stretch, and we're going to stretch it to a factor of say 300 to 400 depending on how long your thing will be. So as you can see right here, we sort of needed to like start here, so we're going to time stretch it a bit more. I'm going to time stretch it to a factor of 400. So just drag that in and make sure that everything is running smoothly. But as you can see, it should just sort of fill out this entire thing. Now what you're going to want to do to actually, you know, make it look good is we're going to go to our Effects and Presets tab and search for Luma Dissolve. And just go ahead and drag that in. Set the dissolve percentage to 100. Drag the softness all the way down to 0. Keyframe it, go to the end and set the dissolve percentage to 0. And if I did this correctly, it should sort of be like that. We're going to want to just go ahead and drag it out a bit so that it just sort of overlays the entire thing, because I'm pretty sure the actual, you know, glitch thing is 720, so it won't actually fully do that thing. Now what we're going to want to do is just go ahead and duplicate our main sort of track. Just Control D that, and drag the duplicate above our glitch thing. Now just drag that in so that it only overlays our glitch overlay. And we're going to go ahead and apply Luma Dissolve to this as well. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So it sets softness to 0, but our dissolve percentage will be at 90, or say 85 at the start. And just keyframe it. Wait, dissolve percentage, no, it'll be 15 at the start, keyframed, and at the end it'll be 0. Like that. Now we're going to go ahead and apply a magic bullet looks to the top track. You could be doing this with adjustment layers. I don't fucking know how it works. I'm very insecure about this because, you know, I've never made an After Effects tutorial before in my life. So just go ahead and apply some looks. I'm going to just use this nice red, I guess. And hopefully we should be getting some cool glitches when this happens. So let's see if there are any cool glitches happening. Okay, well, there are some cool glitches happening on the character, apparently. Alright, wait. Alright, boys, I fixed it. I fucked up. The first keyframe on the dissolve on the track that we overlaid should be like 69-70% and not like 15. So that's my bad. And if we go ahead and fix that, and we just fit that, it should have or apply some very cool sort of glitch effects. So yeah, obviously there is an impact, and I'm assuming you do that with an adjustment layer. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that, Control-Shift-D that, and apply like an impact. I don't really have that many impacts on After Effects because it's not what I use to edit mainly. I'm quite honestly not even sure what I'm doing. But best impact right there, and I don't. Okay, we just remove. I don't. Okay, fuck. You don't need to say what an impact. Anyway, let's just go ahead and apply the song so we can actually finish this part of the tutorial. So let's just do Bag, I guess, by Miza. I don't know. Let's go ahead and bring out our waveform, and there should be a beat. Okay, there should be a beat right there. Let's just go ahead and split that. And essentially what you're going to want to do is just fade it in and fade it out like with the music. So the sound effect obviously starts here. And the impact is right here. So if we want our impact sort of like right there. So let's sync that up, Control-Shift-D that, and drag that a bit out to the start. We just fade that in by a slight bit. Set the audio to -15 on the first keyframe. Go 3 frames forward to the actual beat, and set it to 0. This will just sort of fade it in and make it a bit more like non-ear rape. So that's always nice. And let's go ahead and fade this out as well. Let's go ahead and set the -15, keyframe it, and then just go a bit in and set it to 0. I made that +15, which is not great. So let's set that to -15 as well. And it should sound pretty decent. What the fuck was that? Okay. Let's go ahead and... Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot to mute. You need to mute this top track. I'm retarded. Yeah, obviously it looks very shit right here, but I don't have my impact on After Effects, so just go ahead and apply your own, and it should look decent. So yeah, thank you guys for being with me on my first After Effects tutorial. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, and I'll see you guys in a couple days, and peace. Alright, now for the last tutorial, which is going to be for Premiere Pro. I have used this software for probably 5 hours in total. But I'm fairly confident that I can show you guys how to actually make the effect. So hopefully I'm able to do that for you today. So to start off, I'm just going to go ahead and drag my clip onto the timeline. Just like that. We're going to go ahead and just go to, I'm going to trim it. So I want it to start like there, roughly. And I want it to end, here, I guess. And once you have everything lined up like that, what you're going to go ahead and do is just go to your effects, under the effects tab up here, I'm assuming, and go to Twixtor Pro. Just going to drag that onto the clip and go to where the character shoots. And this zoom out looks really weird when you have Twixtor on it, so I like to just start the sort of slow-mo when the zoom out is finished, which is sort of right here. So I'm going to go ahead and keyframe that to 100, and now we're going to go to where the actual bullet hits, which will be on this frame. You can see the blue particles over here. We're going to set the speed to 10 on the impact, drag this out a bit, and sort of go like a bit out, add another keyframe right here, go 5 frames forward, so okay, let's Okay, I don't know how to do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. And now we're gonna drag the speed up until we can see the character impact. So that'll be roughly 400, 350, roughly. Let's do 400, and we go 2 frames forward. 1, 2. That's not 2 frames forward. Okay, I am very much struggling here. 1, 2, and we set it to 50. There we go. I'm pro fucking Premiere Proer. Yeah. Okay, so once you've done that, we should have the good Twixtor ready to go. So just go into your effects tab once again and search for blur mode curves. Just go ahead and drag that onto the clip. Now we're gonna go to our sort of Twixtor keyframes, and we're gonna go to the first one, and we're gonna go down to our blur mode curves, and we're gonna keyframe Z distance and rotation, and we're gonna go to like 2/3 into this vacant part right here, and we're going to set our Z distance to 0,85, and we're going to set a rotate to 5 or -5 depending on which direction you want it to go in, or the tilt to go in. 5 or -5. There we go. And now we're gonna go to our impact, and we're just gonna go ahead and fade it back in again. And our impact is right there. So we just set the rotate to 0 and the Z distance to 1. Also remember to fix your Twixtor probe and set that to nearest. And, you know, that's fine. Motion blur composition, you can do whatever you want. I'm hoping if you edit on Premiere, you have some good Twixtor, you know, settings. Anyway, we're gonna try and easy ease these. So we easy ease both of these, we easy ease those in. So let's go ahead and easy ease in and easy ease out those. So it'll look sort of like that. And once you're done with that, all we really need are the sound effects and the you know, the impact. So let's go ahead and apply the sound effect. I'm just going on my second monitor right now, and I'm going to try and find the bass drop, which is right here. So just go ahead and drag that in underneath. What you're gonna want to do is just right click on this. You click on speed duration, and we click on reverse speed, and this is going to reverse the clip, and you know, it's gonna sound way better that way, because that's how the sound effect was designed. So just go to the impact and just set, like, you know, set it like that, I guess, and we're gonna want to just fade it in like that. So, you know, this should be fine. So if we're gonna play it, well, I mean, yeah, whatever. I can't hear the sound effect. I'm assuming I should be able to. It is because I muted Premiere. Forgot about that. Whatever. It should be good like that. Now, the last thing we need to do is just apply our glitch. So I have the glitch overlay in the description. Just go and download that. And we're going to want to right click. We're going to separate them. And I know there is a way to do that. We need to unlink right there. We unlink them and we delete the sound effect, and we drag the glitch over the actual impact. So let's go to the impact right there, and we drag the glitch thing, and what we're gonna do is just go to it, click on speed duration, and speed percentage, we set this to 25, and this is going to massively increase the length of it, which is very nice for us because we have a long sniper thing, of course. So just go ahead and you know, drag that over the build-up, and go into your effects and search for Dissolve Luma. Go ahead and drag that onto the glitch effect. Go to the first part, decrease the softness to 0, set the dissolve percent to 100, keyframe that, go to the very end and set the dissolve percentage to 0. And if you did this right, it should look something like that. Obviously, it looks a bit weird because it's, you know, zoomed in because it's 720p and whatnot, so you can just go ahead and select blur more curves and just sort of zoom that in a bit. 0.7, and you can just shift that around as well, I would assume. You know what? This will have to do. Like that. Alright, that should be good. There's probably a way easier way to do that, however, I am just not aware of it. Alright, believe it or not, I had to look up a tutorial in the middle of my own tutorial, which is how to duplicate a track. It was actually very simple, and I feel very retarded now. But just hold Alt and drag it up into the new thing, and then we just unlink these, unlink, and then we delete the bottom sound effect. But okay, it's fine. We didn't have to do that. And like that. Now we just go ahead and zoom that in so that it only overlaps with the glitch effect. Alright, now what we're going to want to do is just go ahead and go to our Dissolve Luma. And just drag that onto the top track. Just set the dissolve percentage to 100. Just set the softness to 0 and the dissolve percentage to 100. Keyframe it. Make sure there's a keyframe there. And we set the dissolve percentage to 0 at the end of the glitch. So if you do this correctly, it should look, you know, something like that. There should be some glitches going on, you know, and that's cool. And like that. Now what we're going to want to do is go to our effects, search for magic bullet looks. Just go and drag that onto the top track. And go down here, click on edit, and then just apply any of your looks that you already have. I don't think there will be any in the description. However, I'm not too sure yet. Once you've done that, hopefully it should just start, you know, looking cool. And then obviously you just, at the end here, you just keyframe the strength. You just make it 100 and then 0. The end, and there you go. You now have your glitch thing. At the end here, you're going to want to add your impact. Obviously, you can use an adjustment layer, I'm assuming. However, I have no presets on Premiere Pro, so I cannot actually show you the impact for that. I'm sure if you edit on Premiere, you have some sort of impact. But if you don't, it's just like a tilt shake and then some Y bounce. It's not that hard to recreate. But the preset will be for Premiere in my editing pack that's coming out in a couple days. I am paying someone to convert all of my Vegas presets to all of the other softwares. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and cop the edit pack that's coming out in a couple days. Anyways, thank you guys for being with me on my attempt to make a Premiere tutorial. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And I'll see you guys in a couple days, and peace.